Welcome back, y'all. It's been a while. I mean, for me, I recorded my episode from last week about killing the Ender Dragon on my own, getting my wings and all that stuff, and then I kind of just left it at that, and I had my wings, and in between then and now, I have acquired some inventory and built my shop. This is Fuego. Hot stuff from the Nether. And I'm really hoping that the potion bottle looks like a potion bottle. It's supposed to be a fire resistance potion. Let's go take a look at what's inside. Yeah, I just based this off of pretty much my own quick imagination. I've been using Axiom, the mod that allows you to kind of clone pieces of a build and put them into other pieces, and it really helped me out to work in creative once again. Just really time saving. But the thing that's not really saving me time is my new commitment, which is selling these debris. And, well, that's funny. They decided to mess with the arrangements here for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, there's some diamonds here. I'm allowing people to purchase up to 16 debris per day, and if they buy 8 debris, for every 8 debris they buy, rather, they get 2 templates for free. And so it looks like, yeah, I've got to restock my templates here. I don't have them with me, so that's okay. I won't do that today. But yeah. And then over here, we've got some discs that we're collecting. I really want to sell the Tears music disc and the Pig Step, because my journeys for ancient debris take me all the way over in the Nether. So that's kind of where we're at with this shop. It's very rudimentary at this point. Eventually I'm going to sell discs once we get access to some of them. And of course I'm also selling fire resistance potions, because I'm of a mindset where I'm like, well, if people want to kind of copy the Grim method, they can take these fire resistance potions, and to be honest, it's less about selling them and more about having a reserve of them here. Eventually, behind this desk here, my cashier's desk, I'll probably put like a barrel down here, or maybe a barrel underneath a trapdoor, and then I'll kind of store stuff for the store in here. So it's very rudimentary at this point as far as the number of items being sold, but I think this build turned out pretty good. It is a little bit wackier and more colorful than I might normally do in a build, but it's my baby. And yeah, I tried to make the outline of the house thing. I tried to make this outline look kind of like a flame. I don't know if it looks much like a flame to you. That's the effect I was going for. Yeah. Looks like there's maybe some adjustments I might make. Like right here, you can see that there's no stair there. There's no stair there. I might fix that because I don't think that looks very good. Maybe up here, maybe I'll add like another slab right there over the window. But yeah, I'm in business. I'm making diamonds, and it's all for the cause of getting everybody in the server covered in debris. But let's go take a look at something else I've been working on for the last couple weeks. It's finally finished, mostly. Yeah, I don't have all of the redstone components in yet, but the west tunnel, sans this entryway here, is finished. We have all of the decor done. And that is all I really wanted to do to help with this project. I mean, I might come back and do more with the redstone at the beginning with the boat stuff and all that, but I'm kind of tired of working on it. I've been doing that as my Minecraft play for a while now. It's not exactly exciting. I didn't make a time lapse even because it's so tedious. So tedious, but it's worth it. Because now we have our west tunnel 99.99% complete. The 0.1% here. I'm hoping that either somebody else takes care of it between now and when this recording comes out, or, you know, maybe even after the recording comes out, somebody will be like, oh, hey, I wonder if that's still not finished, and they'll come back and finish it. But for now, I'm just leaving it as is, because I have other things that I want to work on in this episode, and we will show you when I get back to my base. So first of all, don't mind this weird contraption. I was doing this to get warped wood for the nether tunnel. And one other thing that I wanted to show you really quick is I changed the entry to my house. I thought that the trapdoors looked cool, but I think that these openings, these things look cooler. And I don't have to worry about accidentally opening a bunch of trapdoors and changing the aesthetic going on, because now it's just all of these grates. I can't remember what they're called. Copper grates, maybe. And I've done the same on all the balconies as well, but that is not the main thing, though, that we are talking about today. I think what needs to finally happen is I have to fill up this empty pool with water, and I want to start landscaping. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we'll do a time lapse of me filling up the water here in the lake, and then from there we will kind of start looking at landscaping. Or like once that's filled in and I can see what the lake looks like extended, then I can spend some time actually landscaping. And what I really want to do is focus on the immediate surrounding of the house. And one of the things I was going to do is kind of bring like a path or trail through here down to the lake level. Of course, at some point there's probably going to be a dock. I don't really know if this is a large enough lake to really warrant a dock, but the nice thing is with landscaping, I can do the landscaping first and then kind of figure out from there, like, okay, what else aesthetically would fit in here. But yeah, I just need to make sure that this area looks a little bit more cleaned up and playerified. You know, like a Minecraft player was here to do things. Oh, this doesn't look good. Did a creeper blow up right here? I don't know. But yeah, I that's the plan right now. So let's quit jabbering and we'll do a time lapse of the lake. All right, that's it. Now I can connect these lakes. So if I go like this, hopefully it should just flow. And yeah, it's all one lake now. And if well, I gotta fix that. Yeah, so I just gotta clear out all this dirt and probably clear out a little bit of that stone right there. I don't need it to look perfect yet, but I just kind of want to see what it looks like with all this stuff gone finally. Mostly at the surface. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what this looks like. Oh. Nice. The lake extends over here now. Perfect. You can ignore those noises. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think now that I've done that, I'm gonna set that down for a little bit and think on it and come back to it. So time skip, time jump to me figuring that out. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do some brainstorming, come back, and we will start to work on this. So I spent what a lot of people would consider an inordinate amount of time just kind of looking, staring at the front of the base, the front of the house, and there's a lot of things to be done here. And I really think that there's very little that's going to happen today in terms of landscaping. I think I need to let myself put that out there and just accept that right now, because there's a lot that I want to do. Basically, during that time, I spent thinking about all the different things that I want to do around the area. And it's kind of a long list of things, and I'm just going to share that with you right now as we kind of walk around. Yeah, so getting out of the house here, go into the front. There's clearly a lot. Oh crap! There's clearly a lot of work to be done. You know, this is just stone. I'm gonna pull this up a lot, and it's gonna probably to like here. Yeah, and eventually, you know, getting rid of this beacon, because the beacon is no longer. It's not super necessary. I mean, maybe after I carve this out, but. Yeah, I guess the first thing here is just adding kind of vertical dimensionality to the landscape. I mean, as you can see, there's these hills kind of here, and otherwise, though, it's pretty much this flat stone shore. And so I kind of want to make it a little bit hillier, and then that way, you know, it's all about the vibes. You're walking into the base area, you want to, like, come upon the house from different angles. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. I was like, I'm going to make a path, somewhat of a path that goes down here, maybe, and goes towards the lake. And then there's another one over here, another path, you might say, that is going to lead over here as well. And yeah, I just don't think that right now, the way that things are looking, that's going to look super good, because I need to kind of like bring this area down. So we're kind of basically just what I wrote down is I'm increasing the vertical dimensionality of the area, so such that, you know, like we said before, if I'm coming up the path, sorry, I keep going back and forth, but if I came up this path, I'm seeing the house from, you know, from a certain angle, and I want that to kind of feel like you're coming up upon it. And as I start to develop this area, I think I want to do something similar, like through here. Like there might be kind of like a hill-ish formation here, and then there's a path through here, and there's maybe like a tree, a couple of trees framing it, and you kind of like, oh, that's the house. You know, you can visualize it. But yeah, I don't know. Similar vibes on this side. That's kind of what I'm going for. It's all very vague right now, but another thing that I'm thinking about is a fence. I'm on the fence about a fence or a wall, but it's definitely something that's been on my mind since I first created this building in creative mode. It definitely needs some sort of sense that this is like hidden in the woods. So that's another thing. Like I've taken a lot of the trees out of the area, but that's another thing is like every tree within viewing distance, I think I'm going to want to take out eventually and then put in new trees, custom trees. There's a lot of forest here. But I over time I can kind of keep making custom trees. I don't like trees like that. I don't like the giant spruces that look like, you know, like that. Spruce trees have got to look more like, a little bit more like that. Obviously, that one's not very, these ones aren't very good. But you get what I'm saying, like where the actual leaves are going towards the bottom. That's what I want to do with the trees in the area. And I'm probably going to stick to spruce, because it is taiga. Oh, that's a good one right over there. Look at that. That's the best Mojang can do. So I'll do my best to make it better. Mojang, rather. It's not Mojang, it's Mojang. So, why don't we do a little bit of farting around over here so you can see that, like, this side of the house, like, that's not good. What is this? Why is that? Why is that? I'm gonna probably build this out a little bit. Not with cobble, but yeah, let's get started on that. What I need really quick though first is some grass. Or dirt. I've got dirt. I've got dirt, so we're good. So one good technique is to kind of like start off of the terrain that you've already got and kind of go in these little angles and connect it up to the front of the house here. And I'll start on this as well. And of course, everything that's underneath here I'm going to fill in. I think a lot of people skip that part, especially on bigger builds, but since this is such a small build, I'll be able to fill it in, no problem. Put in a grass, maybe even a podzol here. We've got some coarse dirt, that's okay. Yeah, just feel the inside of this. Over time, this is where the cobble could be useful. To say the least, though, you know, this isn't like building with B-dubs quite yet. You know, I'm still learning the ropes of things myself, but everything that I've learned from people like B-dubs. Because those channels are just... Yeah, I know. I'm promoting another channel in the same sort of niche that I want to be in, but, you know, everybody loves B-dubs. I really like his design choices. Sometimes I disagree with him, but I think that's important, you know? You learn from other people and also kind of hone your own mentality and position around things. You kind of get good at doing it in your own little way, and maybe then one day, you know, you can inspire others. And that's my TED Talk for today. Yeah, so just keep filling this stuff in. Now, on the other side, there's some of these pillars. I think I might end up putting a block at the bottom just to kind of like make it feel a little bit more stable. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that was pretty quick. Well, why don't we really quick just do like a time lapse of me getting rid of some of this stone in the area and kind of reshaping, because I think I might be able to get the outline of something going and then go from there. Basically, what I'm thinking is on some other things is like, hey, you've got to maybe think about docks. Like, are these Would these lakes have docks is kind of my question. I don't know what people feel about that. Are these lakes big enough to have a dock? I really don't know. I'm leaning towards no, and maybe just setting up some boat landings. And that was something that I was thinking about, is like, I do appreciate like the decorative boats at spawn that aren't actually like rideable boats. But I've always been kind of weirdly put off by attempting to recreate real-life vehicles in this game, because they can't move, and you look at it and it's one of the things that just doesn't really break through that uncanny feeling where it's like, okay, I know that's not a car. The wheels are made out of black stone, and it's doesn't look quite right to me. And to each their own, like there's people out there that love making vehicles in this game to represent real life vehicles. I'm just kind of not about that. I don't know. It's not my bag. But that being said, I do want to make it look like, those like survival, like actual survival videos? People will go out and to the woods and build like a lean-to in the middle of the night. I kind of want this base to have that vibe. Like, I don't want it to look too professional or real world. I want it to be more something akin to like those ad hoc feeling things. And I mean, I know my house is very much... The house already kind of like sucks up a lot of that professional building vibe. And so I really don't think I want to add into that anymore than I already have. I want this building to kind of stand out, and then there to be like... There's going to be flowers in little planters, like right outside of the windows, and there's going to be like vegetation everywhere and carefully placed, of course, for maximum coolness. Well, that's a lot of extra blocks out there. So this is another thing that I've got, is this massive chest monster in here that's I've brought under control a little bit, and following the theming I've got going on here. Like, so these are like overworld trims I've put up here, and in these barrels will be things that kind of... I don't know why there's basalt in here. What the hell? That should be over here. This is my nether chest, and of course I've got the netherite upgrade templates, and I got the snout armor trim, the snout armor trim, and here are my discs from the nether. So it's kind of neatly sorted out that way. And the idea is, well, this is normal like caving stuff, of course, with the C13 disc. I'm gonna have to expand this wall now, I'm realizing, because there's more discs coming out every update, and I think we're at 16 discs now, so this kind of throws off this whole design principle. But, well, whatever. It's not in the game yet, so we'll just ignore that problem and deal with it when it comes around. But that's kind of what's going on there. And oh boy, I have so much dirt now. So much grass. Some people say online, go touch grass when you kind of get into a heated moment, and there's this cool Opera GX browser widget now called it's touch grass or whatever, and like literally it's like a little corner of grass in the bottom of the browser. I might eventually get rid of it because it might get annoying, but it's there. And I'm starting to realize that maybe it wouldn't look good to just have the path like going straight through here. Gotta be kind of windy. So maybe the path is really cutting through this way. And it will meet with the path that's coming from that way. And then it'll probably go down to a beachfront like right here. So I'm going to call it here because I'm already kind of hitting my limit. I've already kind of went over and over and over again about what I want to do with it. I feel like it's just gonna flow better if I just do it and then show you. And maybe there will be some kind of time lapse out of that. I don't know if I feel like it, but yeah, I don't record everything I do in the game. I don't think anybody does when they record. But yeah, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. I know it was kind of just my shop and me chatting, but that's I like these, it's more like a podcast. It's a little bit more like running through what my ideas are, and never bite off more than you can chew. Like, the key to staying consistent in Minecraft is having an overarching plan, but breaking that plan up into smaller chunks will help you in the long run. And that's kind of why this has been my most successful YouTube series so far in terms of like the building process and all that. It's because I've learned to use these tips and tricks and shortcuts that have basically put me in a better position than with any other build, because yeah, with my tower, I just kind of like built that and didn't know what to do with all the space. And with my mountain base, I just made this massive dwarven fortress plan that was vast, but I then realized like I had to go back over it and change out the blocks if I wanted to have any block variety, because I built it all with the same blocks. That kind of thing. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate all of the likes, comments, shares. I know that it's been kind of slow going for me, this restart, this reboot. But I appreciate each and every one of you who come back to watch my videos and have been keeping me going in the algorithm, no matter how small that going is. Going? What? I don't know. But, yeah, I've already gone on too long. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.